What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We are back with some Sabaton. This time we're checking out the song To Hell and Back. All right. Looks like this is a story of Audie Murphy, the most decorated U.S. soldier in World War II. Says here that there are simply too many stories about his deeds to even try to cover them in such a short text. But among his fellow soldiers, he was truly a hero and a great inspiration. When he returned from the war, he suffered heavily from post-traumatic stress. Back then, it was called shell shock. And after a long time of medicines, he finally locked himself into a motel for 1 week to cure his addiction to drugs. After this, he became very famous movie star and even acted in the movie about himself that was titled to. Okay. First off, now Sabaton's, Yohim, they're probably gonna Yokim. So I say Yokim, they're going to tell me some more details about this. But what stood out to me right here was the fact that, okay, first off, guys, I have something that I live my life by. And that's self-discipline. And how I describe self-discipline is the ability to do what you should do when you should do it. Okay. Now that's easier said than done. Now we take this post-traumatic stress, long time man. He locked himself in a motel for 1 week to cure his addiction to drugs. Do you know how much? I mean, I don't know from personal experience, but some people, more people who's addicted to drugs don't come back for that. The amount of self-discipline and iron will it takes to lock yourself in there. And we're not even talking about a resort. We're talking about a motel. He locked himself in and fought that urge and fought that demon. And then he came out and did even more with his life. What? That right? Reaction over. That's inspiring. That's crazy. Okay, now I'm hype. Let's go ahead and get into this. That's crazy. What a legend. This is home turf too. Texas. Hey, one more thing. That melody that they were playing. Let me go back. You know what that melody reminds me of? Just the way that it's like phrased and whatnot. I'm getting like what do you want to call it? Like Mass Adventure. Like that's the type of melody that you would hear if you're watching a movie of a prince, King Camelot or everything, and he's riding on his horse and he's going through his trials and everything to prevail over the evilness and the wickedness. That's what I'm getting with that melody right there. That's interesting. Very fitting.
A short man from Texas, a man of the wild, thrown into combat where bodies lie piled. Hides his emotions, his blood's running cold. Just like his victories, his story unfolds. Bright, a white light.
Inspiration.
And the glory in war. Let it rest on them like heaven.
Yeah, that's catchy. That's catchy. Okay. You're right, man. You going into war, you got to have some type of expectancy of that your life might just end, right? You literally are being purged into hell. Like I imagine, obviously, soldiers, thank you for your service. those of you who went and served and everything, that you have a certain degree of expectations about, obviously everybody wants to make it back home and everything. But World War II, chances are, unfortunately, chances are you literally purging yourself into hell. And that stuff is scary. Where he said death is no debate. Like it's the chances are really high and everything. So they saying this to kind of set kind of that ground to kind of, kind of give you, I mean, I know you guys watching this are, obviously Sabaton fans, some of you guys are huge history buffs. But, talking from my perspective, they kind of setting this ground so that we can truly kind of come to an understanding on on what Audie Murphy went through, right? I mean, I'm still can't get over the fact that he locked himself in there. Such willpower. And he became a movie star. Like that literally is hell and back. That's hell. That's more than just hell and back. That's hell and back and to infinity and beyond on some Buzz Lightyear type stuff.
A man of the 15th, a man of can-do.
Yeah.
Friends fall around him, and yet he came through. Let them fall face down if they must die, making it easier to say goodbye. Right, our white light, if there be any glory in war, let it rest on them like hail. Who went to hell and came back.
Okay, so that solo right there, that spoke some volumes and everything, right? So it's kind of crazy kind of emotions and stuff that you can feel, when stuff is played through especially during the guitar, the emotions of conquering, right? So we got, going to hell and back, kind of summoning the chaos that it is to be on a battlefield during a war, kind of in a solo. Some of that was represented with, tension and everything, fast notes to represent like action being happening. But knowing what I know about him now, also, the issues and stuff going on in his head, like the post-traumatic distress, the medicines and the drug, that's also chaos. So a lot of those fast notes can sometimes, represent that as well. I think we had a couple of sustained notes in there as well. Right there, and that, even if I think this song sounds like it's done in a major scale, which generally, if you're going to do a song in a major scale, it's going to be more happier and everything. But people, music theory lovers know how to bend where they need to bend in order to infuse some sadness in there. But sustained notes generally, especially when you kind of throw that little wobble, that wave effect on there, can sometimes convey like sorrow, you know what I mean? Pain, that type of stuff. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in the minor key. So I love that solo. I feel like it just greatly just kind of captivated everything that he went through, on war, after the war, and then of course the success that he's seen playing his own movie. That's crazy. I might need to watch that movie. He played himself. That's such. Oh, and he wrote a book. That's crazy. There it goes. That adventure. Conquering the demons. Yeah. Modulation. Yeah, guys, oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like everything that this man has done is it almost kind of speaks to, you know, the same type of will and self-discipline that I have. And guys, I might just have a new role model. I have a new role model. I mean, post-traumatic distress, medicines and drugs, and to come back from that by his own will. His own will. What a strong man. It's almost like, man, if he could do this, man, what are you doing? What are we doing with our lives, man? Some of us ain't on medicines. Some of us ain't on drugs and everything. What are we doing? You know, that's how we should look at this. You went to hell and came back. Some of us ain't never even been to hell. We might think we know what hell looks like, but it ain't nothing. Well, what's the word? Comparisons, right? I think it's a good way to keep yourself humble. I think if I'm going to take anything away from this, it's to just be humble of the things that you do have, right? Because there are people who have way less, right? And somehow was able to make it through all the troubles and demons and everything and see greater success like Audie did here. So I'm inspired. I'm inspired. All right. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.